guys, welcome back to not quite 31 days of Halloween. In this video, I'm going to be going over this, which is basically the culmination of all of the live action Jokers. And while I am not a fan of Batman by any means, I do love his villains, and the Joker is pretty great. I didn't want to just do one of the Jokers because they're all so amazing and I just couldn't pick, so I threw them all in a blender and this is the result. So with that explained, let's get started. To start, I am applying primer all over my face. As for foundation, I am mixing a very light shade with white to get it even whiter. I opted to go with Jared Leto's version, which is just very pale as opposed to being very obviously clown white. So I applied that to my face, to my neck, and to my ears. Then I'm just quickly setting that with some translucent powder. Then, to help warm up the face, I'm applying a normal contour to my cheekbones and temples. Then, to make it look a little bit more natural, I went over all of that with a gray eyeshadow, and I also contoured my nose using that same shadow. Next, I used a white eyeshadow as a highlight and put that on my cheekbones, my nose, and my cupid's bow. Then I went in with an actual highlighter that gives off a purple sheen and applied that to all the same places I applied the white. Now, using the leftover foundation from the beginning, I am running that through my brows with a spoolie. I did this to get a bleached brow look because I like that a lot better than blocking them out. And then, as a base for the eyeshadow, I am blacking out my entire lid using a black eyeliner. Now, using a fluffy brush, I'm using that to blend out the edges. Next, I'm going in with a flat brush and packing on some black eyeshadow. For the eyes, we are channeling Heath Ledger's Joker, so we are doing a very messy smoky eye. And since it's going to be super messy, we are using no transition colors. We are just using straight black for this. Once you have a shit ton of black eyeshadow packed on, we are just going to blend that out using a fluffy brush. Once the top of the eye is super smoked out, we are then going to switch to the bottom of the eye and swipe on a ton of black eyeshadow under there as well. And just to add a little bit more glam to this eye look, I did add a black glittery kind of gunmetal eyeshadow to the lid only. Then I filled in the inner corner and a little bit of the lid with a champagne colored eyeliner. Originally, I did put this champagne color underneath the eye too, but that ended up just looking really weird and like I couldn't blend black eyeshadow up to my lower lash line, so skip that part, we'll fix it later. Next, I put glitter primer over those areas that I just put the champagne color on, then added some silver glitter to it. Then I filled in my waterline with black eyeliner and also went over those parts on the lower lash line that I put the champagne color on and blended it out so it was gone. It was just straight black. Add a cat eye using whatever eyeliner you feel like. Then curl your lashes, add some mascara, and add some falsies if you're feeling the glam look. For the lips, I wanted to go more Cesar Romero and Jack Nicholson style. So I started out by just filling in my lips normally using a bright red liquid lipstick. Then I went in with more of that lipstick on a brush and way overlined my top lip. Using a white eyeliner, I mapped out where I wanted the extended smile to go on both sides. Then once I was happy with that, I went in and filled it in with more of that liquid lipstick. If you feel you need to, go in and clean it up using some leftover foundation on a tiny little brush. Jumping back to Leto's Joker, we are going to start on the tattoos. So using an eyeliner, I am drawing all of these on. I'm first starting with his J right next to his eye, and then I decided to put the ha-ha-ha's on the side of my forehead. When you're writing letters on yourself, you want to write them backwards, so when you look at the mirror, it looks like it's wrong, but it's actually right. If it's confusing for you, type it out on your phone, flip it around, and look at it in the mirror, and copy what you see there. And to help make them look the tiniest bit more realistic, I powdered over the top of them. And now for the most excruciating process, drawing the mouth tattoo on your hand. This was really hard for me because I am not very good at shadows and highlighting, but here we are. So to start, I just held my hand up to my face and drew on roughly the shape of the mouth using his picture as reference. Then I started cleaning up the outline and adding all of the details, such as the teeth and the tongue, using a white eyeliner. Once I was happy with the outline, I started filling in the lip portion of it using that same red liquid lipstick I used on my actual mouth. Then I used a tiny bit of pink cream paint and filled in the gum lines. Then using a red cream paint, I filled in the tongue. Then I used a white water-activated body paint to start filling in the teeth. Now, for this entire process, it's probably gonna look like it's not gonna turn out well, but you just gotta keep going. I almost gave up on this, but it ended up turning out okay at the end. Then I shaded the inside of the lips using a darker red cream paint. Switching back to the white, I used that to add some highlights to the tongue and gums. Then I'm filling in all of the black areas using a felt tip eyeliner. And for this step especially, I am copying the reference picture that is on my phone, looking at that like crazy. Obviously, use the picture throughout, but it's especially important when doing such heavy outlining like this. Then I added some shadowing to the tongue using that darker red cream paint I used to shade the lips. And then lastly, I added some light gray eyeshadow to all of the teeth, just to add a little bit more dimension to them.
So that is it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and if you want to, feel free to subscribe to see the rest of these Halloween videos. I will see you guys in the next video, so until then, later!